Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. I've got Ike here as usual. Per the usual. He's always here. Yeah, he likes to take up the spot in front of the sink, so I can't use it. Always very convenient, isn't it? Okay, so for today's video, I was actually asked by a friend of cameraman's about under eye bags and puffiness and what to do about it. So I thought I'd give him a few products to try and then do a video about it, discussing it. So a lot of people notice this, especially when as they get a little bit older, sometimes puffiness, under eye bags become more noticeable. Actually, I was reading an article the other day that suggests, and I'll link to this in the newsletter, that aging doesn't occur as we actually think it does. They say there's two major ages where we significantly age, and we don't really age gradually the rest of the time. It's two ages. It was 44 and I believe 60. Those two ages are when you, boom, it's impacted. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'll link it. I'll link to the article because it's kind of an interesting theory. Anyway, okay, so under eye bags. So some people, it's genetic. Some people, it's the way their face shape is, depending on how prominent their cheekbones and jaw are. So there's a lot of times where there's not much you can do to prevent them or deal with them. But it can be a warning of certain illnesses and things like that. So it's important to take note of things like this. And sometimes it can be as simple as like a vitamin or an iron deficiency. Sometimes, and I've talked to some people where they started taking vitamin D, and within, a couple months, it was much better. So that we can all hope for that it's something like that. And I know in North America, we don't get as much, especially in Minnesota. I believe I've read that as many as 50% of Minnesotans are vitamin D deficient. Oofta. So think about that because we don't have as much sun, and a lot of us use a lot of sunscreen in the summer because we're so fair or pale. So that's something to consider, a vitamin deficiency. And another thing is kidney issues may also pop up in that warning sign. It's interesting. My brother-in-law started to get a nosebleed, and this is several years ago. This nosebleed would not go away, like hours. And finally, like, okay, we should do something. This isn't a good sign. Your nose has been bleeding for 8-9 hours now. And finally, we went to the hospital, and it was interesting. They did some tests, and the doctor came back. Do you know you have diabetes? Okay, well, that makes, and it runs in his family and things like that. So little things like this can be a red flag that our body's trying to tell us something. But it could be genetics and aging, lack of sleep, vitamin, things like that. So pay attention to it, though, because sometimes your body's trying to tell you something that you're not picking up on otherwise. So it can be allergies are a big one. I think I read somewhere they call it allergic shiner, like a black eye, like an allergic black eye almost, an allergy shiner. So that was kind of interesting. So for some people, allergy says something as simple as taking antihistamine or like Flonase, like inhaler type thing, might be able to help with it. So if it's something that you notice specifically at different times of the year, that's another thing. So it's certain different things that can happen, although genetics are going to be the biggest one. And really, the most, for treatment other than topical products, the most common ones I've read are fillers. Some people get fillers around this eye area, and it helps camouflage them. So certain fillers, I would definitely see an esthetician or a dermatologist for that, because that's you don't want to mess around with your eyes. It's just, that's an area that so many things could go wrong. So see an esthetician or dermatologist. And then there's also a operation called a blepharoplasty, where they just remove like the little skin and fat pad underneath it, and then shortly after that, you're better. I've read some people that have said certain lasers can help. So, but that, again, see an esthetician or dermatologist. It's such a sensitive area, you don't want to mess with it. So lots of different reasons, and some of them you can't control, and some of them might be very simple fix, and some of them, if you're very self-conscious about it, it might be worth seeing dermatologist or an esthetician and see what they can do with fillers and things like that, or lasers or surgery. So for everybody else, I've got a few products that I found work well. I don't typically get them terribly, but I do get them more often when I don't have enough sleep, but staying hydrated is also important, and your diet is also important. So I don't get them terrible, but I've had them, and I found a few products, excuse me, in my opinion, that are worth trying. And I haven't been totally in love with this product in the past, but the Ordinary Caffeine Solution, which is $9, caffeine solution EGCG. Caffeine is great for this. So this is a liquidy serum. You can just pat under your eyes. You can use it morning or evening. There you go. Mine's a little bit on the older side. But you can just tap it, pat it under your eyes, and let it soak in. You can use it morning or evening. So it gives pretty quick results. The caffeine controls the circulation, or microcirculation, I should say, of the blood vessels in your eyes. Caffeine's also a great antioxidant. So this one will help give you fast results. If you just want to use it in the morning, that's probably just fine too. Because typically I'm not concerned about it how it looks when I go to sleep. So it contains caffeine, hyaluronic acid, EGCG, and the caffeine is the main active in this one, the main exciting ingredient. So this one will help. Next up, I've got at $6, the Good Molecules Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. I've really liked this one ever since it came out, and at $6, you almost can't get anything for $6 anymore, so this one's good. So this has got a nice gel texture. You use it morning and or evening. Helps with puffiness as well as fine lines. Sorry, it's a little bit. There we go. So this one's really nice for $6. It's worth a try. Probably the first. I would try this one first if you think. But the Yerba Mate is a great antioxidant, which helps fight free radicals. Then it also has caffeine again. And then in addition to that, it's got something called the EyeSeryl Peptide, which has been known specifically, if you listen to its name, EyeSeryl Peptide, it's known specifically to help with under eye bags and puffiness. So this one's got 3 things fighting the puffiness for you, which is really nice. So, and at $6, it's worth a try, I think. So this one I'd highly recommend checking out. It's the most affordable on my list, I think. And it's really nice for puffiness or dark circles and things like that. So I highly recommend checking it out. I should have put this one first. Okay, next up, I've got another one from The Ordinary, which is getting more expensive by the day. So this one is their Multi-Peptide Eye Serum. It's $25, so it's over twice the price of their caffeine serum. This one's super liquidy, and it's just a drop, and you can just pat this onto your under eye area. I'd probably recommend just using this one in the morning, but you can use it morning and evening. There's nothing wrong with that. So very liquidy, just pat it on underneath your eyes, and it's great for anti-aging as well. So it's a double bonus. You're treating the puffiness as well as anti-aging. So in here, very liquidy, pat it on the skin. This one contains the EyeSeryl Peptide that I just talked about. Contains Matrixyl Synthe peptide. It contains the Syn Ake Peptide. It also contains caffeine. And then it also contains Hydroxymethoxyphenyl Decanone, which is an antioxidant from the ginger family. And it's claimed to be an anti-irritant and a hydrating ingredient. And so maybe if you specifically suffer from like the allergy type of puffiness, the anti-irritant in this can help. So this one's another one worth checking out, and it's also great for anti-aging with the peptides in there. I've got a couple more, and then I've got a runner-up. Okay, next up is the Peach and Lily Copper Peptide Pro Firming Serum. It's $49. I love this one. So this one is a very liquidy serum. You can apply it to the entire face as well as the eye area, which is nice. There you go. And it's got a lot of good benefits for your skin and your eye area as well as your face. It's very good for firming up the skin. Helps brighten skin. It helps with puffiness. So this one's got copper peptides in it. The EyeSeryl Peptide, it's got several amino acids. And then turmeric, which is a great antioxidant, can help with brightening as well. I think sometimes with the puffiness, sometimes brightening helps. I know a lot of people just use concealer over it, and that helps too. So sometimes just a brightening product might help. And then last but not least, fragrance warning. These do have a lot of fragrance in them. Before I was really getting into skincare, I found this to be really efficient when used right before you want the benefits. So I wouldn't use this the night before something per se. I'd use it like a couple hours before something. It's a Shiseido Wrinkle Retinol Express Soothing Eye Mask. They're expensive. They're $72. Personally, if you're on a budget, I would start with any of these first. But this one, it definitely is highly scented, but it's got retinol in here and vitamin E, which is nice. And if I have like an event and I notice puffiness, I'll use these and leave them on for, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, right before the event. Take them off and then put my makeup on. I don't recommend trying to use these the night before. I just recommend, especially because they're so expensive, just put them on before the event, a couple hours, and then do your makeup after you take them off. So, and then a couple runner-ups, the Inkey List Brighten Eye Cream and the Peking Black Time Reverse Eye Cream. These are two nice products as well that I thought I should mention. If you've tried everything else and nothing else worked, these are worth a try. As well as things with retinol in them can help to a degree. But I would focus on, if you're not sensitive to it, caffeine for the microcirculation, the EyeSeryl Peptide, and then other brightening ingredients, retinol, copper peptides, things like that will help. If you know you've got your health checked and there's nothing else going on, that's the route I would recommend taking. But obviously make sure there's nothing going on that your body's trying to tell you, you're hydrated, you're eating okay. It's not allergies. A lot of it's just genetics. And sometimes the way our face is framed also. So anyway, I'm curious if you guys have any other products you love. Leave a comment below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you more tomorrow. Bye, guys.